Alright, what is up? This is SLOplays, and I'm here today to discuss some news and updates on the brand new JOJO'S game. Yes, JOJO'S Bizarre Adventure recently got a brand new mobile game announced a few days ago. It was actually over the weekend on the 12th. And I actually didn't even know what this was at first. When I first saw the trailer, I was like, oh my god, we're finally getting a new JOJO'S game. And then I did a little research and found out it's a mobile game, and my hype went down. I think a lot of y'all can agree with that. I did post a trailer a few days ago, and a lot of the responses were very disappointed that it is a mobile game. Not that mobile games are bad or that they're not interesting. It's just that mobile games have a lot of issues, especially with a JOJO'S game. It just doesn't, these types of games, they don't last long, right? They can last a couple of years, a few years, unless it's like a Dragon Ball game, like a Dragon Ball Gacha game, like Dokkan or Legends. That'll last like 10 years plus, right? And who knows if it'll even end, right? But these usually don't go on for a very long time. You invest time, effort, and money into this because it's going to have a gacha system, right? And then it's all kind of, wasted to a point where you can't really, do much with it, right? There's no more updates. There's no more support. And obviously on a mobile device, I mean, that kind of sucks too. Like, let's be real. All of us want a new console game, and it's been a long-ass time since we got a new console game. But I did want to at least keep you guys up to date with this game if there's any interesting news and stuff, which they did confirm there will be news coming in a few months. So, on this official page here, Gummies, is it Gummies or Gumis? I don't know how to pronounce whatever. This the developer, right? A new mobile game developed by I'm gonna say it's GUMI, maybe, whatever. It might be Gummy. I think that make more sense, but whatever. JOJO'S Bizarre Adventure is currently in development. A teaser trailer was revealed during JOJO Day. So yes, like I said, over the weekend, they revealed this, I think, along with the Part 7 JOJO series, which is going to be coming, which I'm so excited about. I've enjoyed every single part of this series in terms of the anime. I'm not caught up with the manga, so I don't know too much about what's going on with, Part 7 and, going forward. I think they're on Part 9 now, but I've heard good things about Part 7. It's a very, I think it's going to be a longer part, and, with the characters being very, very interesting. So, it was April 12th on JOJO Day, the new trailer. The game was first announced on March 8th, 2024. I had no idea that was a thing, right? I wasn't even following JOJO's Day whenever this shit was going down. But again, to rewatch the trailer, let's go ahead and watch this again here. So I don't even know what any of this shit says, but I think it's gonna, show off some of the characters here. So here are the main parts of the JOJO's. I saw a lot of people saying like, "Oh, well, where's Part 7 and 8?" And I guarantee they're gonna have that later on. This is the very first teaser trailer, so don't get too hung up on there only being the 6 JOJO's that you're seeing here. So we got Jolene, the most recent JOJO. They're doing that probably because of the anime and stuff. So I don't know if this is actually like part of the gameplay or if that's supposed to be like a cinematic cutscene that they were going for with it, but it looks like in terms of like the models, like let's go ahead and replay this. Model wise, it does look a little bit like something from like, I don't know, maybe the PS3. It's kind of a little bit polygonal, a little bit blocky. It looks good though. It does not look bad. Like the last mobile game that we had, which I did not play, it's like the Diamond Records or some bullshit. That game looked like ass. I'll show you guys a clip of what that game used to look like. Holy shit. I didn't even, like I said, never played it. I looked at it and I was like, this shit is ass. Like that looks horrible. Like this looks godly compared to that. Like this looks almost like whatever that last game we got on the console was. I mean, obviously it was remastered, the All-Star Battle or whatever the fuck it was. But yeah, this looks pretty decent. Mobile games nowadays for anime games, it should come as no surprise that they do look very, very good. I'm still surprised by that. I will still always be very impressed by how far they can push a mobile game to look in terms of like graphics and shit. Like that looks fire, bro. You see this shit? Like, come on, man. This looks amazing. This looks really, really fucking good. These people were like, "Oh, this shit look like a PS2." Go back to the PS2 and look at how bad that shit looked. I think you forgot, right? So yeah, this game does look interesting. We do not know the title of the game yet. It's a work in progress. We do not know the genre. Okay, that's a big thing. How is this game going to play? Is it going to be Dokkan Battle? No, I doubt it. Is it going to be something like Dragon Ball Legends? I get you can't really get to that level. Dragon Ball Legends is a very unique style of game, and just the way it is, it works for Dragon Ball, right? It could be some type of RPG. It could be an action adventure. It could be fucking Arena Fighter, everybody's favorite. You know, most games like this, most Shonen Jump, series, they're gonna get a fighting game, okay? If not that, it'll either be like an RPG or some type of like action adventure, right? So overall, like I said, the graphics and everything, I think look pretty decent for a mobile game. There are definitely mobile games out there that look way better than this in terms of an anime game, but not too shabby overall. And again, this could all just be a work in progress. So they do have an official site, and it says more details will be revealed in the future on June 30th, 2025 at 6 p.m. JST. There is a countdown on the official website showing that there are 79 days left, right? So obviously that's less now because of the time that this was posted. That's great news, okay? So I'm on the official site here. It's just called the JoJo New Project 2025, so you can have sound on. Let's just turn the sound on. I want to... What is the sound on this shit? Is it just a fucking trailer again? Okay, so we just doing the trailer? Okay, we already saw the trailer. Oh, it's got music too, goddamn. This music kind of fire. So this is actually pretty cool. In the 74 days from now, they're going to have the new info revealed. I don't know where the fuck they're going to get it revealed, but if you hover over these, they glow, and then, what is it? Jotaro here, he has his shit, and then you click on it, and then fucking Dio appears, and this shit creepy as fuck, dude. This is like some The Ring bullshit. And then it's teasing some of the other villains, right? Or some of the other characters and shit. I don't know if you saw that was Kira right there. So again, they're gonna have a lot of characters be shown. Now, I thought if you did it again, you could like get the other JoJo's and shit. But no, just fucking Dio comes again and is like, oh, what up, bitch? So I'm gonna do it a second time just to see if there was anything. What is that? Zeppeli there or some shit? Or is that Speedwagon? Who the fuck? I already forgot. Yeah, I don't even know. Was that Bucciarati? Yeah, I think it was like Zeppeli. I think it was Kira, and I think it was Bucciarati that was shown on that. I could be wrong. It's just like this fucking silhouette, so I can like barely really make out who the fuck it was. I think for the most part it was. Now, if you go to the source code, check this shit out. This shit fire, bro. I love that they did this. So if you go into the fucking source code, you got the whole ass Dio. And he even says it right there. Okay, I don't even know what the fuck this is. You know what? Let's translate this right now. Let's see it. What the fuck is this? What does this say? Hey, you're watching. Yeah, I am watching, bitch. Fucking Dio coming out into my source code and shit. He taking over my computer, giving me a Trojan and shit. All right, but yeah, this is pretty fire. I'm going to turn off the sound because, it's just going to keep playing and shit. But yeah, that's all this is. Again, there's no official name for this fucking game yet. It just says Lucky Land Communication, Shueisha, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, blah, 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 JoJo's GUMI Production. There you go. So yeah, I'll keep you guys up to date. Again, in about 74 days from now, I will post whatever the information is, if it's going to be a new trailer. Again, don't get too hung up on only 6 JoJo's being shown. Likely the reason why they did that is because JoJo's Part 6 with Jolene and everything, that shit was the last actual animated series that they had until obviously the official announcement of Part 7, which we're going to get that likely in the future as either updates or maybe they'll even have some more trailers and information, okay? Because that hasn't been in an official animated format released for people to watch yet. So usually when they promote stuff, they're going to promote the most, recent stuff that's actually officially animated, okay? JoJo's at times, and for the most part, I would say compared to other anime is the exception though, because they usually do have manga related shit in video games and they don't give a fuck. They just do whatever. But that's always a good thing, right? So like I said, the last game that we got was All-Star Battle R. That was about 3 years ago, a little over 2 years ago, released in, was it September 1st, 2022 or September 2nd during that time. And cool game and everything. It was just like a remastered, new version of the old original one on the PS3. So you can't really say it's like a brand new game, right? It's kind of the same thing. The last, I guess, actual new game was Eyes of Heaven. There's been speculation that we're going to be getting a remastered version of that with new characters and shit, maybe new mechanics, kind of like what they did with All-Star Battle R, right? And that would be great because Eyes of Heaven was really cool. I thought that game was a little bit more interesting because it was more like a 3D kind of arena fighter, a little bit more like that. This one was more like a 2.5D fighter, right? Which I love both that kind of style of game, right? But it would be cool if they would eventually just give us a new, you know, genre, like maybe like a an RPG style or like an action adventure exploration. Like everybody loves an open world, you know, anime game. I think that would be really cool. You know, maybe something like Kakarot, which isn't open world, but something similar where it's like a 3D action RPG type of shit. That would always be cool. And Eyes of Heaven was kind of like that, just a bit. You know, it was close, but still not exactly the same. But it had a lot of good playable characters for the most part. But yeah, it's been a very long time since we actually had like a true, I guess like JoJo's game, honestly. Like that, I'm not counting this shit. Like the Diamond Records was the last game that we got. Like I'm not gonna count, honestly, a mobile game as like a really, really true exciting game. It could be good, right? But again, it's a mobile game and it's a gacha game, so it's like, yeah, fuck. But let me just show you guys what this shit looked like. It was so, oh my god. Okay, I'm over exaggerating, but like look at the bro's fucking hair and his hands. This is the last mobile game we got, Diamond Records or whatever. That looks like ass, bro. Like shaders, I guess, and like overall model for a mobile game at that time. This was like what, 2017, and not too bad, but like, oh my god, you compare it to the other one, like look at man's fingers. Oh god, it's so blocky. This shit actually looks like something on the PS2, dude. It looks rough. I got my boy Kira here. That's my favorite villain. I don't care anyone what he says, bro. Like this shit. God. Oh my god. Like, oh my god. Compare it. Compare Jotaro here. Compare that shit to that shit. This looks so much cleaner. The colors are better. Like, it just looks much better, dude. I don't know what that is not my Jotaro right there, bro. That is not my fucking Star Platinum, bro. But yeah, I'm just making jokes. This game really didn't look that bad, but you compare it to what this shit looks like, and you're like, damn, bro, that shit's fire. That shit fire. So yeah, that's gonna be it for this little update. Wanted to go over everything that you need to know about it. I will keep you guys posted on this game if there's any other cool, interesting developments of it. I'm mainly excited to see, obviously, two big things, right? I want to see what is the official title. Everybody loves that shit. Three big things. One, to see the release date. It is confirmed to be coming this year. And then I also want to see, how did the fuck is the gameplay? Like, how does it play? What's the genre, right? Is it another fighting game, or is it something different? Who knows? We'll see. Drop a like, subscribe here on the channel, ring my notification bell. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
This is Broly, and you are watching SLOplays. Make sure to subscribe, or else I'll destroy your entire planet!